No, this is not clickbait. Donald Trump is releasing a crypto game. Yes, you heard that right. Donald Trump is diving into the world of crypto gaming. And in this video, I'm going to go over, is this a good or a bad thing for the space? Because I think that there are some pros that we can take away from this. However, there's some massive downsides to it as well. When we look into the monetization and the revenue numbers that this game could generate, is it a grift simply to fill Trump's pockets and also entrench his hands deeper in the crypto industry? Or is this a really good thing for us as far as adoption and eyes on the gaming space for the long term? So in this video, we're going to dive in top to bottom on what this game is, what the tokenomics could look like, as well as some of those numbers that really matter. So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Like the video down below and subscribe to the channel for more every single day and every single week here on In the Game. We have you covered from the entire market, gaming, AI, memes, RWA, and more. So you can check that out down below in the description. Hit the like and subscribe. As well, a big shout out to our sponsors here on In the Game. We have incredible sponsors on this channel, from 𝗪𝗏𝗪𝗏, 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏. We have Fun Tico, Cradle Games, Medieval Empires, as well as our exchange partners. Look, if you're not trading with 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏 yet, I would absolutely advise you guys drop down below, check out 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏, no KYC, easy in and out, always have come through whenever it comes to withdrawals. A lot of these centralized exchanges could have issues whenever it comes to the time to get your money back. As well, tons of trading pairs for all of your longs and shorts. You can check out 𝗏𝗏𝗪𝗏 down below in the description. And of course, check out Nexus. This is my software product that my team and I have built out over the last couple of years. It has everything you need to navigate these markets. As well, decentralized trading is right on the way. So check out Nexus down below. You can literally sign up absolutely free. We also have iOS and Android apps if you search Nexus Labs in the respective app stores. So looking at this market today, obviously we're still in this middle ground. It's getting pretty frustrating whenever it comes to, look, we want a clear direction in this market and we're sitting at 84K still. It feels like every single day we're sitting at these same levels. But we look at altcoins today. There are some altcoins in the green. Over the weekly, there is some pretty good recoveries across the board. We see Raydium up 45% on the week. Obviously, they just launched their pump fund competitor, which is very solid. And actually, it looks and performs very well. We have GPU up 30%, MOG bouncing up 31% on the weekly. We have Superverse up 25% on the weekly. So there is some good stuff going on with altcoins, but for the most part, the short-term price action, we're really just trending sideways and just seeing some recovery bounces from the recent pain that we have been going through. But let's jump in more so in this video into the gaming sector. Because obviously you guys know right here on In the Game, and for the last 4 years, I am one of the biggest gaming bulls in the entire space. I do truly think that Web3 aspects inside of games over the long term is going to be where things shift in the future. Real money stakes inside of these games. There's even talks of GTA having in-game currency of some sorts, right? We've all seen the rumors. So right now, the gaming space, like I said last video, I actually think we're in a really healthy spot right now. People are leaning towards games that actually make revenue. Whenever we look at this, we see games collecting 1.4 million in player spin. Space Nation announced 2.3 million in revenue last month. We have Castile, which cleared 2.4 million in 1 month. King of Destiny players sinking 130,000 in in-game spend so far. Uncharted recently crossed 100K in Fishing Frenzy. So a lot of people are now leaning towards these types of things with these games, which I do think is very bullish for the space, because we need to be looking at metrics that are sustainable and games that are making revenue. Because at the end of the day, a game can be very cool on the outside and look like it's flashy, this, but if they're not making money and the bottom line of the business isn't flowing and moving forward, they're not even going to be around long. We've seen this with examples like Midnight Society, even one of the games that was the most well-funded VC-backed game in the entire space. They even folded their cards, right? Because they had no ways to make revenue. They had no clear path forward. They ran out of money. So you need to be prioritizing things with player bases, revenue, and great metrics. But on top of that, there's just a lot of good stuff going on. We obviously have Off the Grid mainnet coming up right around the corner. We have Raven Quest, which is crushing it. We have MapleStory coming up as well. We see Treeverse Season 1 campaign. So if you're airdrop farming, and also later this week, I'm going to talk about ways to jump into the market right now and start making money on things like Treeverse. Whenever this campaign starts, you can earn END, IMX, 𝗏𝗏𝗡, and Mon distributed to players during this 30-day time period. Ongoing right now, there's almost $1 million prize pool for people who are jumping in and competing in the current Play Cambria airdrop campaign, which is going on literally right now. We see Star Atlas, which I feel like gets forgotten. Their gameplay looks absolutely fantastic. Whenever I've jumped in recently, this game has improved so much over the course of the years. And I mean, versus something like Illuvium, they have stuck to the course and their game just continues to get better. Like, a big shout out to Star Atlas. I know at the beginning of this industry, a lot of people thought that they were just grifting. Their stuff looked way too ambitious, but in all honesty, their game is absolutely fantastic. So these are just a couple of the highlights over the last couple of days. But really, I think the gaming space is looking up, and people are starting to look at the right things, the things that matter whenever it comes to these games. Because at the end of the day, like any other sector, it's a business, right? Like, if you could invest in a pump fund token, you would, because of the amount of revenue they're making, right? You would deem that very valuable to have in your portfolio. So people are starting to lean towards these metrics, which is why I've always liked the infrastructures, the chains, the studios that distribute these games, because they're the ones that are kind of like the house, and all these games are building within their house, and they're able to make money off of the hit games in their ecosystems. But right now we are seeing something monumental happen in the crypto gaming space. So if you understand the value of digital ownership, it's very hard to imagine a future where games are not Web3. And well, the President of the United States agrees. The President of the United States, Donald Trump, plans to release a crypto real estate game similar to Monopoly Go, which will allow players to earn in-game cash. Now, this is obviously, like I said, pretty monumental, and there's going to be upsides and downsides to this. And in this video right now, I'm going to jump into what do I like about this? What could it do positive for the space? What do I hate about this? And what could it do very negatively to the space? So let's just jump into all the details here, and we can kind of decipher, is this a strategic move that could push crypto gaming forward, or is it simply something to stuff Donald Trump's pockets? So let's go ahead and look at this. The former president President Donald Trump is reportedly planning to launch a Monopoly-style crypto game, expanding his ventures into the digital asset space, which already includes a meme coin, NFT collections, and a DeFi project, which is obviously World Liberty Financial. The game, which is expected to launch in late April, which is crazy. It's already April 16th. So if they're releasing this game this month, it's going to be interesting to see what comes out of this. It will be similar to Monopoly Go, where players earn money by constructing buildings in a digital city. So first and foremost, that just totally sounds like something Trump would do. Like the style of game, real estate style Monopoly Go type of thing with real money stakes where you develop buildings in a digital city. That's about the most Donald Trump type of game that I could ever imagine. So that checks the box of, oh, it's definitely on brand for, the Trump culture and Trump brand. Bill Zanker, which is associated with his previous crypto projects, is reportedly involved in the development. That to me is a negative. I mean, all these other projects have seeming to be grifts at this point in time, so I don't love that. Despite a spokesperson denying any similarity to Monopoly, he has reportedly sought a license from Hasbro for a Trump-branded Monopoly game. Trump's shift from a crypto skeptic to enthusiast, marked by his 2024 campaign, where he's embraced technologies, launched a meme coin with a $1.5 billion market cap, and trademarks for a Trump-branded metaverse and NFT marketplace. The launch comes, as they say, in a market where the downturn in Web3 gaming has been very apparent, with daily active users and investments declining significantly due to macroeconomic conditions. So in a TLDR, he's releasing a Monopoly Go style real estate game that is going to operate on the blockchain, which the tokenomics and the project is being advised by people from his previous projects. So let's jump into this. Number one, we'll start with the pros. I do think there are pros here to be had. And number one with the pros is they definitely see an opportunity to carve out a niche inside of the gaming space. And they definitely see that people are spending money inside of games, and it could be a way for them to potentially get their hands into the gaming world and crypto at the exact same time. As Elio says, crypto gaming super cycle believers, good morning, as Trump's next play will be a Monopoly style game. So Elio sees this as a pretty bullish factor. And I would say you have to consider the fact that a lot of people could get their eyes on the crypto gaming space because of this. So number one pro is exposure. Look, people getting exposed to the fact that in-game currency is not a bad thing, that real money stakes inside of games is not a bad thing. Getting compensated for your work and your progress on this Monopoly style game, or whether you're playing Warzone or Apex Legends, collecting different skins as CSGO, people trade those skins every single day. So there are a lot of pros to simply just getting exposure in the right way to show people that, look, monetizing in the game as the user with digital currency, which is crypto, inside of video games is not a bad thing. Look, these studios are here extracting money with microtransactions. I think power to the players. So this could give exposure to just the overarching idea that crypto belongs and Web3 and NFTs could belong in games long term. So that is the number one pro. I guess you could say the number two pro is just the fact that his advisory team and the people behind him see gaming as an applicable niche, right? I mean, he has a meme coin, he has an NFT project. They're carving out room for a metaverse in the future. The World Liberty Financial has been acquiring tons of different platforms out there in crypto. So they see this as the next progression inside their crypto portfolio. So the fact that gaming even fits into that fold, I do think is bullish, because that just shows you that people at the highest levels still see gaming as a niche in crypto. So those are going to be my two pros for this. Really, though, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to be up here saying like, wow, this changes the game. We're about to see crypto gaming go to the other stratosphere. You know, Donald Trump's launching a crypto game, because just to be real, that's not the circumstance. I actually think this is not great for the state of overall just gaming. We see Donald Trump with the meme coin. There was, a lot of rumors of extraction there and, insiders, etc. And what we've seen with his NFT projects, there's not a lot of value derived to the users. It's just more so selling infinite NFTs. World Liberty Fi, we'll see long term how that pans out. But for me, this more so feels like, Trump's campaign on crypto so far has really just been, okay, I support crypto, and now I have projects in every niche. So to me, it feels like he's more so trying to get his hands on every niche in crypto. I tweeted this today. While it could be bullish to expose more people to Web3 and those aspects inside of games with real money involved, overall feel like it's a grift so Trump can get his hands more and more into different sectors of crypto for his own benefit. That is truly the way that I see this. I do think that for the most part, they just want to entrench themselves in every little aspect of crypto so they can monetize it long term. Because at the end of the day, these projects could, I'm not going to say will, because, projects in crypto, they don't really stick around too long sometimes. So, if you build this, it could last beyond Trump's presidency, and it becomes more than just a presidential thing. It's a legacy play. They have this long term. It could be a profit machine for them for years and years to come with all these different sectors in crypto. So for me, I see this as a big money grab. And you might be wondering, well, Hustle, how much money could be on the table here? And I don't like this lighting on my face as I'm reading this, so I'll make this quick. How much money has Monopoly Go made? The normal game, okay? We're talking about generic Monopoly Go, okay? This is the number one Monopoly spin-off game. It's a mobile app, etc. So far, the game has been downloaded more than 150 million times and has earned more than $3 billion in revenue. There's over 1 million people that play this every single day, and there's aggressive microtransactions inside of this game. $3 billion in revenue in Monopoly Go. So you can see their eyes widening at the fact that, oh, okay, we're the current president of the United States and we're bullish on crypto. Let's capture the DGen's attention, launch this Trump crypto Monopoly Go style game. We could totally get all these purchases inside the game and monetize the hell out of this thing. I'm totally speculating, but I know that their eyes got wide with dollar signs whenever they see the numbers of Monopoly Go. They see the crypto DGen support behind Trump, and just like he's the most popular person in the world. At the end of the day, Donald Trump, the current standing US president, there's not many people more famous in the entire world than someone like that. So they know they have a grasp on the news, headlines, and they can push this out to a ton of people. Will it be bigger than Monopoly Go? No. But at the same time, $3 billion in revenue in crypto is a lot different. People play with this magic internet money, you know, in a very different way than they play with their credit cards, right? So there's a lot of money on the table here for Trump's campaign and his party that's putting this together. So for me, that's where I see. I think it's more of an extractionary grift than something that's going to push forward the space. I'm curious to know you guys' thoughts in the comments down below. I think there's pros to this. Look, I'm not going to be a bear about the fact that, you know, Trump's launching a crypto game, but nothing that Trump has done for crypto so far has moved the needle forward. And if anything, the things that he has launched and the businesses he has, you know, kind of made pillars on inside the crypto space have been nothing but extractionary, from the meme coins to the NFTs, etc. So to me, I think this could expose more people to on-chain games. I think it could expose people to real money gaming. But at the same time, I just think it's a little bit grifty, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is just another play so he can kind of have his own quote unquote, no pun intended, monopoly and having a business in every single niche of crypto. Eventually, we'll see Trump in an AI project. We'll definitely see a Trump RWA project. He has a DeFi. He has a meme coin. So that's my 2 cents. To me, it's a nothing. I really think long-term, cool, more eyes on the space is going to be a good thing. But if they have a bad experience with this, they lose money in this game, etc., then that just sets crypto gaming back even more than we already have been. But at the same time, if it's a positive effect and people just see the potential of it, they could dive deeper into the industry and find other crypto games that they really enjoy. So for me, those are the pros. But I also think that it's just a grift at the end of the day from Trump and his team to get hands in more pies, so to speak, inside of the crypto world. Let me know your thoughts down below on this. If this launches this month, I mean, obviously I'm going to post videos about it. We'll talk about how to earn inside of the new Monopoly style Trump real estate game and all that good stuff. So you'll definitely hear more about this as this launches right here on In the Game. But I'm curious your thoughts. Is this good or bad for the crypto gaming space? Is Trump, you know, really trying to build the next revolutionary crypto game? I don't think so. Do you think Trump's grifting by doing this? Let me know in the comment section down below, and what could be the long-standing effect on crypto gaming that this game could have. So guys, I'll catch y'all on the next one. As always, like and subscribe and play well, my friends, and please stay bullish, my friends.